Good morning and welcome to 59 Minutes. My name is Levi Kolas. This morning we are going to be discussing on the political happenings of the country, things that are just happening that, catching our eye, some of them not so political, some of them political. And to join us in this discussion is my co-host, Chemutai.
Hi, Levi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day.
The Pan-African Forum Chairman, Dr. David Watsanga.
Thank you very much. Good morning, and good morning you.
Good morning, Dr.
All of you had a nice weekend. I was away in Netherlands. I came and London and then Brussels. Yes, on international.
Have you been appointed something?
No, on African issues.
African issues.
I can't say more than that, but I'm glad I came back yesterday, and I'm glad to have the sunshine.
All right. Yeah. This is the last Wednesday of the month of February.
Yes.
And it's a leap year.
Yes. Anything strange?
29, the longest February.
Anything strange? Sonko has fallen.
He's the bigger man in all this.
Yeah.
Because you're going to look at
since you have well, it's something we're going to start, but okay, some of the things we want to start with this morning. Do you have something, Chemu? Just some of the things to talk about before we come to Sonko.
The main thing that's, of course, the discussion before we woke up to the news of Governor Sonko was the issue of BBI rally in Narok County, where we saw a bit of wrangles between the communities there, various communities, after the remarks that the Senator of Narok, Olekina Ledama, said about the tribalism issue, right?
There's what he said,
yeah.
There's what was replied by the MP for Emuru Adikir.
Yeah, and actually we saw Emuru Adikir, Joanna Ngeno actually walking out of a rally that was in Narok, and this is not an exclusive thing, because we saw Adel Duare skiving the one for Garissa. So I think the issue of BBI rally is something that has been hot right
So BBI
now.
becoming very hot. Why?
Because you've missed the point, all of you. All of you Kenyans have missed the point. And I'm sorry. I'm a conflict resolution expert.
What is the point?
If you want to do an exam with me, bring it on. This BBI is a redemption strategy. It is not a political strategy. And the earlier President Uhuru Kenyatta asserts that authority, the better. Let Raila and Uhuru Kenyatta assert the authority. A redemption strategy is healing, is reconciliation, restitution, reparation, what went wrong, remedy what took place, change it, but not to open up wounds. If you are going to open wounds, that's a political process.
But how do
the things that they are discussing, the politicians have hijacked it. It is no longer healing. It's no longer talking about elections that always trigger the mechanism.
Yeah.
You are not talking about that. You are talking about different things. These are things that should be put in a memorandum, and it can be sent to the validation committee, which is headed by the Senator of Garissa and others.
Okay. I was under the impression, Daktari, that, in my own understanding, when I heard that leaders from the Ma community were meeting, at first I didn't think that was a big deal, because I thought communities can meet and then they say, by the way, as a community we see XYZ maybe our problems, and then hopefully when we come to the national stage we merge all those problems and find solutions for them. But it seems that that offended some people, that the fact that these leaders were meeting, to the point where they said, we were thrown out of meetings, another foreign language was spoken there. We also, us and our people, are being ejected from the county of Narok, for example. And you can see tribal
animosity.
Animosity was beginning to be...
but if you're calling leaders to talk about the issue of Maasai land, we're not talking even about because this was a BBI rally attended by the Prime Minister, who is the VIP of all these rallies, right? Narok is a cosmopolitan. It's the same issue if you go to Eldoret, you hold a BBI rally in Eldoret town, and then you start speaking Kalenjin from A to Z, knowing clearly there are other language-speaking group in those areas, and looking at the country as it is right now of trying, we are not denying that there's an issue of tribalism, Daktari, but we are trying to get out of that. If you have a leader who is an elected leader coming out and saying, why are we pretending? This is a tribalist.
So the question I really want to ask is this, I'm glad you said that, is how are we going to discuss the issue of ethnicity without dividing ourselves. Yet we must discuss why we are so tribal, what happened in the past.
You must heal.
For us to have the healing, we must tell each other what went wrong.
Yes.
But how do we do that?
You don't
without
there is a difference between
going back into.
there is a difference between discussing and a difference between profiling. Discussion and profiling are two different things. Those who started profiling other tribes, Kalenjin versus Maasai, you have crossed the border. You must go in jail. You belong in jail. Those who said these Kalenjins should leave, should go in jail. Those who said the Maasai are there should go in jail. What Raila Odinga should do as a statesman, switch off the microphone. Time has come in Kenya for action. The same group that went to Embu Church, you saw the words that came from there, a man called Ndindi Nyoro. Are those good words? Because this has said, you also say, switch off the microphones. The people creating problems are those leaders, Ruto and Raila. You want me to say the truth? They are not telling this guy to shut up. Raila had a chance to tell Senator to please.
Olekina.
And then Deputy President has a right to tell these guys whom we have moved with to switch off the microphone. You can't insult your president in front of me, my president. The commander-in-chief is being insulted on the microphone. If you fear to talk about it, I am talking. Because I'm the one who wasted all the hours on the plane going to The Hague. Show me one person in this world who was like me, who suffered, who drank coffee from morning to relieve my brothers from The Hague. Show me. And then you tell me this is what? No, these leaders must take an example now. If you are going to talk about Ruto, because he's not present in the rally, switch off the microphone. If you are going to bring tribalism, switch it off. Some people will be ashamed. Because why do we entertain a man because of height and bigness? He tells people, he harasses another tribe of Kalenjin, another one also harasses. It's not very good.
What do you make of the statement made by Right Honorable Raila Odinga saying that? And there's something very key, important you said there, Levi. Raila said that everyone has a democratic right to speak what they want to, and in this rally,
democratic right
free.
when you are not
the statement he actually made, right?
I think he's made the point.
Yes,
you can speak freely.
You can
just don't incite anybody.
Up to Jerusalem, up to Rome.
Yes, don't incite anybody.
But don't profile and incite people. You can tell the people how you have suffered and you want to heal, but you are not going to profile Kalenjin, or you go profile Kikuyu, or you profile Maasai. No.
The issue of ethnicity there. Remember, we have these leaders, and when you're talking about marginalized communities and those who feel like they have issues, we expect the leaders that we've elected to come out and speak about our issues, right? So you said, what's the difference between of speaking about the issue that is affecting your people vis-a-vis tribalism? And I think Dr. has mentioned very clearly, it's the issue of wordings. Because the funny thing about Kenyans is we listen to our leaders very well. And no matter how we try to walk around it, this BBI issue is between Raila and Ruto, right?
Yes.
Divided in between.
No, the divisive issues.
Between
his lieutenants.
Yes.
Between those two.
Are we
seeing
the BBI should be for everybody.
It's for
but
everybody.
at the end of the day, it's between those two. Then those who are saying whatever Dr. Samuel says, they follow. Whatever Right Honorable Raila Odinga says, they follow. Are we going to see a case where these people are going to sit down? And when I'm talking about these people, it's Raila, Uhuru, and Ruto, and see how they can build bridges between themselves and
Hopefully.
people.
The rally is going to be in Meru. Those who have been having rough mouths, come there. Come.
Okay. I need to move on something else. We need to talk
about. You know why?
Yeah.
The president might be there. You come and say those words there. They will not come. We are encouraging these younger men to say things which are going to divide this country. This is an African country. We must talk about it. If the deputy president has gone for a rally or a church fundraiser, nobody stops anybody to go to church. But the moment these younger guys, Moses Kuria, Ndindi Nyoro, and the group stand up, Imani Ichungwa, this so-called George Soros man, you know, he stands up and answer to insult, belittle the president. The deputy president should tell him switch off. That's my boss. Raila equally on this other side. And let's talk like people who have wisdom. We are not going to miss words. You know, when these people go to this thing of this woman did with a skirt in the head, whom I hate so much. I don't like her. Look, I don't want
Bensouda?
That woman, yes. I don't like to hear that name. I hate it.
It's very,
so I don't want my brothers again to have this problem. If Raila hears a man in the ODM is speaking something wrong, Raila must stand up and tell the master of ceremony, switch off.
Clearly.
And we embarrass these people publicly. But if you sit there and some people were clapping, do you know what has annoyed me? The Embu church, the bishops were laughing about the jokes that they were making against President Uhuru Kenyatta. They were laughing. And the deputy president is there seeing his president is being belittled by men who are begging lunch here in the Intercontinental Hotel.
All right. Moving on to something else. Moving on to something else.
Yes.
It's already so hot and it's not.
Yes, begging lunch.
It's
Then
not
you
even
have
halfway
got
through
impeachment. You go and threaten people.
Daktari. Some of the things happening this morning.
Yes.
Supreme Court Justice Smoking Wanjala.
Yes.
Is currently admitted in Polo Hospital in India.
Sorry State.
He has
very sorry.
tested positive for the swine flu. Remember the swine
I
flu?
hope it is not anything else.
Along with 6 other Supreme Court judges of India. Now, you know, that is coming under the backdrop of, you know, and swine flu is very different from the coronavirus.
Right.
But swine flu, we remember we had about it. Then there's the coronavirus, which has now met 2 of the 3 criteria for being a global pandemic.
Yes.
It's already gone.
It's killing people every day.
Oh, yeah.
How prepared are we in Africa?
Don't
That's the
even
question.
mention it.
That's a very serious
You
question.
know, Africans are panicked just
Yes.
thinking it's in Italy, it's in
Yes.
Israel, it's gone. There's been a case in India.
Yeah.
There's been a case in Yemen. There's been then there's been one case in Egypt. It's the first African country to be mentioned with a case. And you know, it's got everyone jittery because we know our health systems.
We are not even prepared.
Why?
I wrote an article a few days ago. You saw it?
Yeah.
How prepared are we in Africa in case this thing lands here? If we cannot clean even our toilets, our drainage, everything, all this nature, if it lands here, our hospitals are not equipped. If locusts alone can make us fight, I am happy about the people of Bungoma eating the locusts so that they can reduce. But
there's not enough ugali to go around for to eat the locusts.
We are not prepared. Sincerely, let's pray to God that this does not come to us.
If we're having, we mentioned clearly, we're having patients being sent away from KNH, honestly. God help us.
It's so we are only just praying
So,
it doesn't come.
Yeah.
Smoking
like
Wanjala, I hope we pray for you to come out of this swine, you know, pressures. You know, there's a lot of pressure. At our age, pressure comes very fast. We elderly people are over 60, which I believe Wanjala is about 60, around there.
When you're speaking about those who are sick, actually,
Yes.
I think on Monday we were talking here with Levi and you mentioned a bit about Raphael Tuju, right? Accident. And I dismissed it because I felt like they were on the wrong and there were other drivers who were affected on that road. But right now it's also been flown away. And I feel it's time for me to be a bit remorseful and hoping that he's going to make a quick recovery.
Yeah, he's in London Hospital, and we also pray for him to recover quickly and come back to serve this great nation of Kenya. Yes.
Levi, I think we should take a commercial break because when we come back, we're going to look at this county of,
At the city.
or do we call it a city of
the
Nairobi?
county of, do we still have a county?
Do we have a county or a city?
Yes, we have.
I think that's
Or
another
have we
question
lost
we're
our
going
county?
to.
You have not lost. I will tell you
Right.
what, I will quote the Bible this time. Yes.
We want both the Bible and the Constitution.
Oh,
of Kenya.
yes, the Constitution, the Bible.
All right.
Yes.
We'll be right back after these messages. Don't go away. You're watching 59 Minutes.